Alright. Howdy there.
Hello, hello.
What's your name? Welcome, cast member number 69 to our interview. What's your... No, I'm kidding. I know who you are. Hey, it's Chris.
Heyo. Heyo. I said hey. What's up, Mike? Heyo.
Hey. Alright, so this is Joe.
Hello. This is me. This is my boy Zach.
We met.
What brings you here today, Zach?
Oh, I'm being interviewed.
Oh wow, that's crazy. Wow.
Troy needs no introduction. He's been in our videos since the day they started. This is Chris. Everybody knows who Chris is already. He is the main star of Chris's Epic Adventures. He's one of the main characters in Continuity War, and he has been hopping through universes with his box, and he's a pretty funny dude. And you've been
I take pride in that last one.
Joe has been in a lot of our videos. You've played a lot of characters now, right? You've played Agent George in Continuity War, an alien, and one of the steampunk warriors in Continuity War. And you were most recently the evil Twitch streamer Wrathrunner X.
Yes.
With his robot.
Rager.
I guess one of those examples is after we were done filming Chris Prologue.
Alright, and that's a wrap for Chris Prologue at 3 in the morning.
Yay!
Now let's all go to sleep. You were filming for that one. Yeah, that was a lot of fun.
And I guess on top of my head, I'll also say when we're filming Flash Game Reviews Episode 2.
Oh yeah, and that was crazy.
Some of the favorite experience is when I was playing George. And we were in the that parking deck and stuff. I think it was like really cold that day too. It was like 20 degrees.
Oh my god.
But
yeah.
like, I loved a lot of the lines and stuff that were put together on that, and the bloopers especially behind it. I think one of the videos, I think it like, I almost enjoyed the bloopers sometimes more than like the actual scenes because of like all the mess ups are like so hilarious. Like,
yeah,
so,
I like watching the bloopers a lot too.
Bloopers are good. Yeah, I think there was a part where like, I think you had like a hat or something, and it was like a Burger King hat, and like, but it was like a government hat, and I was like, man, it'll take eons for like the government to finish this job, because like the government's always so slow at doing stuff. And I was like, boom, roasted. Like, and this could take eons, remember? This is the government, remember? Boom, roasted. Shots at the government, and I was like, just kidding, I'm not the government, I work at Burger King. I work for the government. Just kidding, I work at Burger King. I was like, might as well be the equivalent to being working at the government.
Yeah,
So.
Speaking of that scene, the one at the subway, do you remember when we had the blood makeup on your face?
Oh yeah, where I'd gotten like shot and killed or whatever.
And somebody was like, "Are you okay?"
Oh yeah. You were like, yeah, dude, we're just filming a movie, like, and someone's just like, 911.
Well, I've had a few fun experiences with you guys here, but I'd have to say probably the most memorable is when we're trying to record Continuity War Part 1, where my character meets up with all the other ones after traveling the multiverse with the dead Flash Game Review Zach Body. And while we're recording, Roy cannot stop laughing. Like, we are trying to record a very serious scene, and here he is, he literally cannot hold it together. He is literally, like, cracking up at this. Like, I know death is kind of funny in some cases, but, like, Troy, come on.
Okay, seriously. Get into here. Can you please just get... I'm begging you. Oh my god, I hate you people. I hate you all. When Crow showed up to my universe, he brought down the entire building I was in with just a flick of his wand. I managed to get it out with my universal dimensional
Oh my god!
I hate you.
What is in my head?
It's so funny.
Right, and he's always like that. Like, no, it wasn't even just then. It was when we were filming part 2. He was doing that too in the front yard. He has trouble not laughing when we're trying to film.
Kind of ironic for his very deadpan-faced character.
Right. Real Troy is nothing like character Troy, for sure. And filming upstairs was pretty funny, too. The rage moment where you were like, I don't want to knock over
throwing
your
the hat,
chair.
the water bottle, and you were just like, throw my chair out the window, and I was like, hey, Mr. Oliveri, so we might be breaking out a window today in Zach's room.
Zach and Troy 7.
Yeah.
That video was fun. Like, we were in Florida, so that's a bonus.
That was one of the most fun ones to film, for sure. And it turned out really good. Yeah, that was a real fun experience going to Florida. That's one of my favorites. Definitely in my top 5 videos we've made.
It's a combination probably between the Chris Epic Adventure episode 2. I kind of like how that one turned out. Just kind of went out pretty well. And, you know, some of the filming was pretty nice in that. Then also, Lego Apocalypse actually trails behind pretty well. Even though we were pretty much like making up as we went along, and our filming skills have come along quite a way since then. That one was holds a little bit of fond memories of it.
Yeah, I have a lot of nostalgia for when we filmed that. And Lego Apocalypse did turn out really good.
It was also the last time I was in that house, so it was kind of like a goodbye house. Yeah, so that house is actually gone.
Goodbye, house. We're gonna blow you up in the video as a send-off.
Yep, that's pretty much exactly what happened.
Those are definitely, both of those are on my top 5 videos.
I also have to give a shout out to, was it the Epic Wait for the Pizza? I don't even know if you remember that one. I don't think anyone does, but it was literally just like a tiny fun little skit. Go watch it.
It was. Should we spoil the joke?
Nah, they can go watch it themselves.
Yeah, go watch it. It has like an epic thumbnail where everything's exploding.
I do like the one with George, but I think the one where we went to your work, like something. What was it?
Sciencescapes?
Sciencescapes, yeah, that was a lot of fun.
With the where you played the alien, the guy with the mask and all that.
Yeah, the fight scenes and stuff. Those were a lot of fun.
Yeah.
I remember like I think it was from watching the bloopers. There was a scene where like I think you were on the ground and I was trying to like hit you or something, like pretend to hit you obviously. And like my role was to like you were supposed to like punch me or use like some kind of force something to push me back. And I don't know if you said it or somebody else said, but someone said bang. And I just like throw myself back, and you didn't even touch me or do any like effect or anything. And I was like, oh my bad. But like, like subconsciously, I was like, I'm supposed to be getting like clapped across the room right now. So I just like threw myself back, and you're just like on the ground, like wiggling back and forth. Like,
yeah, maybe even a little closer in, Joe.
Oh yeah, oh you like that, right?
And 3, 2, 1, action. Boom.
I just blanked. I don't know why.
It's all good.
You barely nudged me, and I was like, ah. So that was a fun film day.
Yeah, that was a lot of fun. I like the action scenes the most. They're the most fun to film because you get to actually run around and get nuts.
There was a scene where like Emily like did like the power for a water bottle, and that's like the Three Stooges, where it's like kind of like going through the air like this, and then it hits Troy in the face, and you're like, oh my god, it's so funny.
Yeah, and then at the end of the scene, she sends the cart at him and
pushes the cart at like 5 miles an hour. But like,
and everybody's freaking out like it's a car
like a
or
football
something.
player just down the field, just like boom, and the thing is just like. But here comes Zach, like,
oh my god, he's gonna get
zipping
killed by
across.
the cart that's going like 5 miles an hour.
I'll say this. I might go for the typical answer of like friendship, working together as a team.
I mean, that is the best part of it.
Yeah.
I think, that's the whole point. That's the whole reason we do this.
I just enjoy like how we get together and just kind of film and whatnot. Like usually we're pretty like nowadays we're pretty on like a tight schedule and like all right, we have to film this, we have to film that. But then we're just like let's just kind of screw around a little bit, you know?
Yeah, it's very much. It's not like a professional thing. I mean, the cinematography is professional. At least it is now to some extent, but like it's very much just us as friends going and having a good time filming some videos.
Honestly, that's sometimes the best kind of filming.
Yeah, it definitely is. It wouldn't be worth it otherwise, for sure.
channel. I like how like the content and stuff keeps getting like better and better each time. And I kind of like how in the continuity war part, I think it's part 2. Is it 2 or just part 2?
Part 2.
Part 2, yeah. That one, how you kind of like, it's funny how you kind of roast yourself like from like the earlier technology. Even before we started this interview and stuff, we were talking about how like the 3DS, like you're filming on the 3DS. And I thought that's like so cool, like because back then, like, you know, you didn't have access to all these other cameras and stuff. It was like 9 years ago or something. Shoot, we were like
didn't have money.
But yeah, we were like 15. Yeah, we were in high school, so like, you know, that's like what we had. So I thought that was like really like resourceful, because I think back then all I had was like a Mac Mini or something. So like I remember just it would just take so much work to just go through what was it? Drew got me something. It was like a pirated like filming software or something. Like that's the thing. Like, you know, we didn't have any money. It was like middle of high school, so we were just like using all the resources that we had. So like it's so cool that like even like what you had at the time for like effects is like that's still like really good. Like back then all I had was like that's what it was, ScreenFlow. All I could do is like clip videos and it was like add very minor effects. You have to have like $200 like professional software and stuff. And like there's no way I had $200 back then.
Right. Oh yeah, I totally have Premiere Pro the legit way for sure.
You have Premiere Pro now, that's good.
Definitely didn't torrent it or anything like that.
Torrent, wow, man, that's so old, yeah.
I actually remember your old channel actually with Drew,
Oh, DC Scully, yeah.
Welcome to DC.
Oh, it's so cringe. Yeah, it was a lot of fun. So.
What do you like about your character? And I guess that can be any version of Troy that we've seen in the videos.
I can't say I have a favorite of mine, because most of my character
Archetypes?
yeah, most of it is just like serious, like no nonsense, like type of guy.
Yeah,
just get down to business.
Yeah, he's a bit one note in a lot of them, which will change in Continuity War for sure. Definitely, because I've got some stuff planned that should be a little interesting with your character, especially in part 3.
Or maybe like a very own backstory video.
Troy's tragic backstory. I guess we can spoil that you were going to be an alien at one point, because I've decided to change that. But at one point, that was going to be the backstory, that you were going to be like an alien from the evil alien race that we don't want to spoil yet. We don't want to talk too much about that.
I love his sass. I am very secretly sassy, and I do not show it very much, but my character lets me express that sass in levels that I absolutely adore.
Yes, he is very sassy. He's gonna get really sassy in part 3. I don't want to spoil anything, but you remember we were reading that script, right?
Yeah. Oh yeah, my sass levels through the roof.
Just all the way, yeah.
Still going.
I do like the how George was like very like, what's the word I'm looking for here? Like he would like kind of like sacrificial. What is the word for that?
Serious?
Like no, like my job was like to like protect you or whatever. Like I liked that role. But I also liked the but as Wrathrunner X, that's just like it was really fun to just kind of like throw crap around your room and just kind of like rage because like even though like at my like. I guess I have done that before, but like it's been like a long time since I've like thrown something at like because of the game. Because like I'm always like,
well, that's a good thing. That's a good thing too.
I'm more of a like pound the desk kind of guy, and then it's done. But like
that's a good thing to control to be able to in control of.
So
that,
if I get mad, I will like smack the desk. But also I do that out of excitement too. But to throw something that's actually I don't think I've ever really thrown anything. When I was a kid, I actually like bit a controller.
Oh, you did?
Actually, yeah. I got so mad. I was playing like Mario Party and like everything was going wrong. Like I was rolling ones. I was landing on red spaces. Like the enemies were like seen on stars, and it was like they were doing the games that were like no skill involved. It was like all luck. Where it's like pick a road. It's like, and then it's like you get a 25% chance and you lose a star, and you're like, come on, like. So that was probably the extent of my rage in gaming, but throwing bottles have been other things outside of gaming.
Oh, here's an interesting one. What is your least favorite video on my channel? Now listen here, I made these videos. No, I'm kidding. I don't give a shit.
The easy answer will be Zack and Troy Free, because that video is so bad.
Yeah.
But one thing I'll do say is that Zack and Troy 6 is also one of the worst like videos ever made.
Yeah.
Like, period. Like, it was so bad that I just gave up on it.
Yeah, and we left that in the video. I love how, like, halfway through, not even halfway through, like a quarter of the way through, you're like, alright, we beat them now. Let's stop filming this now. And I'm like, no, we have to fight. There's more of them. And it's like, I can just make up the rules because
Right.
they're invisible.
And plus, with your good old trash Arnold Schwarzenegger impression.
Oh my god, yeah, and it's so annoying, the whole video.
No! We need to go now! Troy, which way is the chopper? There is no time for Facebook. We need to get to the chopper now. It is the only way. I must go now. Roy, come with me. Roy.
And then if you actually manage to get through that slog, you get this music video where I'm just like running around in circles in the driveway looking like I'm drunk or some shit.
Like, it was all over the place.
Yeah.
There's no proper structure.
And I did a whole roast on that video, so be sure to check it out in the video
Shameless plug.
description.
This is going to be a bit of a weird answer, but it's pretty much any video that I'm in. I usually have a very hard time watching myself act. I love acting, but I have a hard time sitting down and watching myself do it.
A lot of people are like that. I know Jeffrey said he's like that too. I don't really have that problem, but I definitely can understand that.
I think it's more of like a way on like how you view yourself. So when you like actually see yourself on screen, you're like, that's not how I see myself at all. Ooh.
Ew, who is this guy? Do you need therapy, my man?
Are you paying?
It's funny you mentioned that. I was just kind of like going through some of the videos or whatever, and I was kind of mentioning earlier for like the past stuff. Like, obviously it's gonna be one of the like old videos or whatever, because like I think all your new videos are like super well edited and like the screenwriting and stuff is good. Whatever. Like I think like the scripted stuff is really well thought out and stuff. But I was like, all right, I'm just gonna roast one of his old videos, whatever. So I was thinking of like. It was like Spider-Man versus Hulk in slow motion or something, and it's just you just going "Rawr," or something like that. It was like, oh my god, but like it was so like cringe. It was funny though too. But like, I mean, you're a kid, like we were kids, so
Yeah.
I'll just like roast that. So
And then I had one more question specifically for you. If you had to guess, how many up your ass jokes have you made on set? Good sir.
Yeah. I'd say that's too much to count.
Or a better question would be, how many times have I asked where something is? Because that's what leads to you being like up your ass.
Yeah.
Anytime I'm missing my camera, where's my camera? Up your ass. You are not only the main star of Chris's Epic Adventures, but you're also the writer. What has it been like writing the Chris's Epic Adventures episodes?
It's been pretty nice, even though I can't pump them out as fast as I would like to. It's nice being able to kind of like write how I would direct a video with your like skills, and like we kind of make like a new like different type of level of humor, because like we usually have different levels of humor, so having like a kind of like, you know, like a different version of that with the video formatting is pretty nice.
Yeah, it definitely helps diversify the content a lot, for sure. Having, you know, me writing kind of the serious continuity war videos and stuff, and then you're writing the funnier Chris's Epic Adventures. It's definitely a great formula. It's a lot of fun.
Yeah, I do hope the viewers do enjoy that. One little fact, I don't know if I ever mentioned this, but well, first let me read it by saying it was going pretty well with the script writing until episode 3 hit, which is when the COVID happened. So that's when we kind of went to like a COVID arc for like 3 episodes. Usually,
Yeah.
I could say like you could end up skipping that. It doesn't really matter. But fun fact, the original third episode was going to basically focus on like some mastermind thief who would disguise himself as math. But since that was the time COVID hit, we couldn't film, and by the time we could meet up, the mask was the norm, so it really didn't make any sense to have that as an episode anymore.
Yeah, he would have just looked like another normal guy wearing a mask.
I mean, that's pretty much who he was, but the fact that everyone was wearing a mask nowadays pretty much kind of invalidated that a little bit. And this was when we were also kind of realizing that the amount of effort going into these videos was more than, like, we could pump out monthly.
Yeah, because we were originally planning to do those monthly, remember?
Yeah, and,
got to,
got a little bit too complicated for that.
Yeah.
But they still come out pretty frequently, just not as frequently as we originally planned.
They're more frequent than like the short films, like Continuity War and all that.
And that was kind of the idea behind this, was to fill in the gaps during Continuity War. And now that that's over, now we're starting to get back into like actually like, you know, like back to how it was originally, like episode 6. Now that's kind of like breaking back into like your regularly scheduled program.
What is your favorite episode you wrote?
Well, it would be the two that I just mentioned. It would be the Grimly Mime, so episode 2, and then the one I just mentioned, episode 6, with the Speedrunner. That one I actually kind of like because the fight scene that we put together, we actually put a little bit more dynamic into that fight scene, so it was, you know, more fast-paced and whatnot. So I'm hoping we can do more fight scenes like that in the future.
Yeah, I hope so too. That was an awesome fight scene. Wasn't awesome for me in the suit, but it did turn out looking really good.
Hey, I got scraped up too myself. Don't forget that. And now you know what it feels like. Hey, fun fact for the viewers: I made a poor decision when choosing my outfit for that Flash game reviews, because I was not aware I would have to stick with that for the entirety of Continuity War. And let me tell you, filming it in jeans and a long shirt is not fun during the summertime. I just want to throw that for the record.
Yeah, you're always stuck with like, and you had to wear the short sleeve shirt, the epic suit in the first episode of Chris's Epic Adventures, and that was
right
during the winter.
In the middle of winter, in like 30-degree weather. This is my filming curse. I cannot get a good outfit for the season. It just doesn't work.
And then what's the Joe specific question? I'm intrigued on that one.
So you have had to wear a lot of uncomfortable costumes in these videos. So which one was worse? You had the alien with like the robe and the stinky mask, and it was hot in that room. And then you also had Wrath Runner X with like the tight.
Yeah, I think Wrath Runner X went to that one by a long shot. Though. It was really hot, and then it was also not being able to see anything. It was also like so funny where I was like, you're just directing me around your house, and I'm like tripping over myself. Like I was like, what did I just trip over? And you're like, nothing's there, and I was like, God, I suck at walking.
Yeah, I was leading you around like a blind man, and it was really bad when we had to go. Because we had to go to the shed in the backyard for that one shot.
But that was actually preferred being outside because it was so hot.
Oh, yeah.
I was like, I could finally breathe. Like, this is like, I think I had tennis earlier that day, so I was like really sore and tired. And then just like to be like in the suit, it was like hot. And then we went outside, I was like, oh yeah, it feels good. Like, it's so cold. Like, that day was like 20 degrees too. That was freezing outside. That was such a good, like, as I said, like how the video keeps getting better and better. Like, that costume was, like, legit. Because, like, I was wearing the skin thing below. Like, I was wearing the vest on top of that. I had the mask on. It was, like, a light-up mask. I had, like... I didn't have, like, a helmet. Did I? I thought I had something on top of my head.
Yeah, you had the mask.
I had something, and I had a mask on top of that. On top of the skin suit. So, like... And then I had the bottles... like taped to my arms, the G Fuel.
Oh yeah, the G Fuel.
And then I had the Twitch thing going over top of my head. That was like the cardboard. So that was crazy. Yeah.
I think it turned out looking really nice. I don't know if it was really clunky. It's a good thing we had all day to film because it took forever to like get the G Fuel cans on there. I remember that taking us like 30 minutes just to get the G Fuel cans on your arms.
I think what was I saying? I said something about like I think I have to flex my arm Yeah, because if it was straight, I actually wouldn't be able to bend it.
Yeah.
Completely. So I was like, I have to bend it, and I have to be careful also going back to this, because then it would loosen.
Right.
So you had to have like kind of like a loose layer of tape, and then also like a slightly tighter one too, just so I could barely get enough range of motion to get the run, the Tom Cruise run in the kitchen.
I need to figure it. So I guess for future costumes, I gotta figure out a way to make it look that good, but not be like so clunky that it's impossible to film with almost.
Yeah, well, I mean, I think like, but I think you can take the
is.
clunkiness out of it. I think to have all that, it has to be. So like,
That's true.
I don't. Yeah, I mean,
Definitely made it
I would
worth
say
it.
like maybe instead of taping, you could do something else. But like that'd be like, I have no idea what that would even be. But I think that was still really good. Like, because I think the G Fuel puts on an extra bit of like character too. It's like where you're like, oh my god, it's hilarious. He's being powered by G Fuel. It's ridiculous.
It's been a fun 10 years, and it's still going. It's gonna be more fun.
And hopefully we will make it for another 20 years.
Yeah, hopefully. Even if the Epiczacko channel doesn't go on for that long, we'll still be making videos together for a long time, even on another channel, I'm sure. And so yeah. Cheers. Because I don't know how to end this interview.
Definitely been very fun filming with you guys, and I do hope to continue doing that in the future with many more videos.
Well, unfortunately, we have to let you go. No, I'm kidding.
Hey, hold on. You said in my contract.
Yeah, I'm excited to film more with you, and yeah, it's been a great 10 years.
About
And
5 for me.
yep, 5 for you, and many more to come.
All right, catch you later. Here, you can have the mic back. I don't want it anymore.
Throw the mic across the room. All right, well,
Happy
cool.
10 years.
Yeah, thanks.
All right, we're cutting it there.
Yeah,
Cool.
I never know how to end these things. It was just as awkward with Troy. I was like, there was WD-40 can, and I was like,
And he's just like, yum.
oh god, I have headphones in my man.